God, it just brings chills down your spine. Hello everyone. Today's video follows a very simple thesis. The Elder Scrolls for Oblivion has the best main story of all the Elder Scrolls games. And today, I'm gonna prove it. I can confidently say that this is the most scrolls anyone has ever eldered. The dialogue.
What a great... What nonsense!
The combat. The questing.
The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the details. I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know who you are.
Straight off the bat, from the first scene alone, you can tell how absolutely revolutionary and life-changing this game was. This game was so good that it cured Emperor Uriel VII's boldness.
Perhaps you can find the answer and close the marble jaws of Oblivion, bringing peace to his soul.
I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land. This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life.
What an amazing intro. Now throw me in the prison cell. Oblivion was of course highly renowned for its customization options. All your favorite races are here. Imperial, Khajiit, Wood Elf, Night Elf. I forgot to disable Mates 1. It has always been my belief that the Wood Elves are the superior Tamrielic race. The Green Pact is so green in fact that it has even made their hair glow neon green. And if you don't believe me, you're clearly not looking at the screen right now. After extensive thought and analysis, and by thought analysis I mean cranking up all the sliders, I have concluded that this is the most lore accurate the Champion of Cyrodiil has ever looked. And if you disagree with me, I'm gonna snitch on you on the test lore subreddit. Now, what shall we name such a fine specimen of a character? Here we go, now even he has a friend.
Hey, Wood Elf, you're a little far from the forest, huh? Looks like your days of woodland frolicking have come to a tragic end. To go from the gladed realm of Valenwood to a rat-infested hole like this. How very sad.
Hey Valen, all I'm gonna say is 9th quest of the Dark Brotherhood questline. You hear me? 9th quest of the Dark Brotherhood questline.
You. I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength.
May it be hereby noted that Emperor Uriel VII was seeing this in his dreams. What a nightmare. For this playthrough, I think I'll make a hand-to-hand character. Honestly, now I cannot regret not naming him Sister Fister.
Stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
Stay here and not follow you. Got it. I'm not gonna follow you. Under no circumstance will I ever follow you. I'm gonna follow you. Oh, I forgot how Oblivion lockpicking works. Oblivion lockpicking, the closest humanity has ever come to virtually simulating the act of trying to pierce a thread through a needle. And this is how we cast the projectile spell, and yep, this is definitely the Oblivion magic that I remember. Here is a anecdote about Oblivion magic. Never ask a man about his wage, a woman about her age, and the Oblivion magic developer where he got the idea for the projectile animation. I like the fact that the helmet shapes with the head. It implies that the previous guy who wore the helmet also had a head like this. Ah yes, Oblivion inventory management.
Oh, brother, this stinks!
Hey again, how's it been? I definitely didn't follow you.
Kill him! He might be working with the assassins.
No, he is not one of them. He can help us. He must help us.
As you wish, sire.
Which sign marked your birth?
Here is a pro-Oblivion tip. No matter which class you're going for, you're always picking the steed. Because in a game where there is no sprinting, the faster you can run, the better. Also, it allows you to kite better. It is also the case that horses are amazing.
Look at my horse is amazing.
My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness. With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied.
Oblivion always had this thing where the NPCs always make the most awkward eye contact with you, or they just avoid eye contact altogether. This was of course done because Bethesda knows that this is exactly how the people who play Elder Scrolls games act in real life. That chess club member was onto something here.
My job is to make sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it.
Oh, you sweet, sweet summer child. How little you know.
They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life.
For the Emperor!
Look how dedicated he is to keeping the Emperor alive. He left him with a hobo he picked off the streets and just went to sit in the corner.
I can go no further.
Sorry,
You
Uriel, I
alone
was kinda in the
stand
middle of a
against the
thing.
Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son.
You can really tell that they put a lot of hard work and effort into this tutorial because they didn't bother animating the Emperor's assassination. So this is how Emperor Uriel VII was assassinated.
There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced bard. Am I right?
Well, yes, I am quite the bard. Would you like to see my sick dubstep collection? I am so glad that they got rid of the artwork for classes. This shit hasn't aged well. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. What kind of pose is this? Because I'm going hand to hand, I'm probably gonna pick the monk. Pause. This was a mistake. You see, in Oblivion, you're supposed to pick a class that doesn't have the major skills you're planning to level up. Because if you don't do that, the major skills you've picked will level up and reach their cap before the world reaches its cap. Meaning that as you progress through the levels, you would essentially get weaker. And I knew this. I made Oblivion characters before, but in this moment and in this millisecond, I completely forgot about this. And you will experience the consequences of my failure as we go along. And we leave the sewers, and here it is. Citadel proper. I know that to you this looks like absolute dog shit, but in the year 2006, this was where it was at. Wait, what is this? What? No. We're gonna do something different today.
We're all talking about the Emperor's murder. We have no Emperor and no heir.
Bro, I just crawled out of a hole in the ground and came straight here. How do you know about this?
Stop talking.
Oh yeah. I forgot that every NPC in this game has borderline personality disorder.
He's upstairs. Go ahead. I'm Brother Joffrey. What do you want?
Oh, Brother Joffrey, I didn't know that you and the priest from downstairs share the same vocal cords.
You brought me the amulet of the baby? This cannot be. Let me see it. By the Nine. This is my chest. My chest is a holy relic of great power. Mehrunes Dagon is lit. When you return with Martin, we will figure out our next move.
My way to P skills are really coming in clutch for this one. Alright, I just want to throw things into perspective. This guy is the leader of the Elder Scrolls version of the FBI, and he's sending a random hobo he found off the streets to go find the Emperor's last son alone.
Come on, run while there's still time. The guard still holds the road, but it's only a matter of time before they're overwhelmed.
Oh, they're gonna be overwhelmed, eh, white boy?
There was a huge creature, something out of a nightmare. Came right over the walls, blasting fire that swarmed around it.
Alright there, young sir, no need to talk about your mother like that.
Savlian says they can hold the road. No, I don't believe him. Nothing can stop them. If you'd seen it, you'd know.
I feel like the facial animations really don't fit the voice acting.
I don't know. What could we have done to deserve this?
And just like that, he was never seen again.
The Imperial line is dead, and the gods have forsaken us. Where is our blessing? Where is our protection? Where are our gods? The enemy triumphs, and we die alone. Go bother someone else.
Bro, you trauma dumped on me. Again, borderline personality disorder.
You want to help? You're kidding, right? If you're serious, maybe I can put you to use. It'll likely mean your death, though. Are you sure?
No, just kidding, fam. I'm gonna fist everyone inside that portal. And here it is. Oblivion itself.
Don't worry about me, there's no time! Get—
Sir, excuse me, I don't take advice from huge rusted pieces of iron. There's something about being inside an Oblivion gate. No matter how many times you've been through them, you'll still find a way to get lost. And there it is. A flaming ball. Cheeto, if you will.
Cheeto.
And here he is. The most beautiful character ever made in the creation engine. I wish that was a joke.
Have you brought help? We've been trapped here since the Daedra overran the city. Yes, I'm a priest. Do you need a priest? I don't think I'll be much help to you.
No, but I've got a fish. Would you like to make a wish? Oh, and here's where we get to do the Elder Scrolls version of the Harry, you're a wizard moment. Martin, you're an emperor. But I'm just Martin. Well, just Martin. You're the emperor. But I'm just Martin.
I don't know. It's strange. I think you might actually be telling the truth. What does this mean? What do you want from me?
I want to inform you about your car's extended warranty.
I'm sorry, but even if what you say is true, I won't abandon these people to their fate. I'll go with you when we can all leave here together.
Didn't you just say a sentence ago that you're absolutely useless in this situation? What are you doing here?
I need you to come with us. You've got far more combat experience than these men.
Again, I am a random hobo that was picked off the streets. I still wear chains and a torn armor. I don't know what are your standards for combat experience, but surely I cannot qualify.
Sir, we're all that's left. Barrack Indian, myself, and these civilians.
That's it? There's no one else?
Just look at how shook he is by this revelation.
No one leaves this chapel until the captain gives the all clear. Good day.
Oh, I forgot to mention, the NPCs also have bipolar disorder.
I don't know. In the chapel, praying, I think. You must help us!
I like how the Mythic Dawn agent was polite enough to let us finish. Really sweet of him. It's probably because the Mythic Dawn agent is Joffrey himself.
Lord De- Be glad you will not.
No!
The Amulet of Kings. I fear that was the target of this attack. I kept it in a secret room in Waynon House. We need to go see if it is safe, so it has not all gone against us. Thank Talos for that. We gained Uriel's heir and lost the Amulet of Kings.
I'm sorry, I gotta level with you. Joffrey is by far the stupidest person in this entire quest line. While we were breaking the siege at Kvatch, what this goober was doing was he took the amulet, put it behind a stash of books, left to pray at a church, left the amulet completely unguarded, and when the Mythic Dawn attacked, they just found the amulet there and took it. And now he's telling us to go to a fortress in the middle of nowhere to protect Martin, when in the meantime we have access to an entire tower. This is a problem with the blades in general. The blades are fucking stupid, okay? Crassius from Morrowind was a porn-addicted crackhead. This guy is an absolute buffoon. And Delphine? Delphine is Delphine. It's almost as if the guardsmen of the Empire were founded by snake people. They essentially were. What are these? What are these, horses? There's no way these are Oblivion horses, right? Like, they don't even have the horse armor on. No, these aren't Oblivion horses. I'm just gonna fast travel.
Hail, Dragonborn! Hail, Hail, Hail!
You can tell that there's a lot of people here because they got all 5 voice actors for this game to voice act at the same time.
I'm not used to giving speeches, but I wanted you to know that I'm not used to giving speeches.
What a brave man. He's an inspiration to us all.
Knowledge is the key to success in any endeavor.
Oh yeah, how could I argue? After all, you talk so passionately about it. Man, don't you just love the Oblivion repair system? It really is flawless. It really is flawless to make you hate it.
What can I do?
Okay, so, hypothetical question. You walk in a dude's store, and the dude hits you with this look. Do you buy anything? Because the moment someone hits me with this look, I feel like I would just start moonwalking my way out of there.
Thank you.
He's so thankful too. Okay, so I understand that most of you uninitiated might not understand how persuasion works in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, so I'll give you the rundown. Basically, this circle has 4 parts. Admire, joke, curse, and boast. An NPC will either like, extremely like, dislike, or extremely dislike these 4 options. The key is to rotate them around, so when you have to interact with the part that they like the most, it is covered in yellow. So for example, good old Paloniria here likes it when I boast and curse her, but hates it when I admire or joke with her. So for example, when I go, "Hey, high elf, you're so beautiful today," she'll go,
Don't talk such rot.
But when I tell her, hey, look, get some sleep you fucking moron, your eyes look like they're about to unlock their own Byakugan, then she goes,
You've got a point.
and when I walk up to her and tell her, listen, prior to being here, I killed 7,777 innocent civilians. I have blown up orphanages. I have set hospitals on fire. And if you don't give me a good price on these here healing potions, you're gonna be next, Batilda. You will close your eyes to sleep one night in your bedroom after drinking your rosé wine, and you'll never wake up again. You hear me? To which she responds,
Such adventures. How I envy you.
simple, right?
Listen, I'm going to get up in a minute and walk out of here. That guy in the corner behind me will follow me. You follow him. Good. Remember, wait for him to follow me. I want to see what he'll do.
I like how he whispered half of the things he wanted to say to me, presumably so the guy behind us won't listen to us, but he said the rest in a normal voice. After we kill this guy, we gain access to a book called The Mythic Commentaries, which are essentially Mehrunes Dagon fanfiction. They say that Mehrunes Dagon made everything, and that he's the aspect of change, and that he's better than everyone. Please worship him. So we have to shake down a book collector for the other books.
What? The Mythic Dawn were the ones?
You can tell how horrified he is by this revelation by the fact that his eyebrows got stretched all the way to his forehead. Huh. You realize that in all your life you have been coasting along as if you were in a dream. Suddenly, facing the trials of the last few days, you have come alive. Huh. Now that's deep. I always found this part really cool though. You find the location to the Mehrunes Dagon shrine, and the map is exactly near the White Gold Tower, basically telling you there is no place to hide, which is very intimidating for a cult that does stuff like this.
So saith Lord Dagon, praise be.
Your reward, brothers and sisters. The time of cleansing draws nigh.
If I had a dime for every cult organization that used the word cleansing or time of cleansing, I would have, an unholy amount of dimes.
Take up the dagger and offer Lord Dagon the sacrificial red drink as pledge of your own life's blood, which shall be his in the end.
No, I will not kill for you. I only kill for whatever stranger tells me to. And I'll take this and leave. Well, I would, but I screwed up the class system, so I died way too many times in this section. I also wanted the Argonian to get out alive, so...
I remember now. Hooded men grabbed me as I was leaving the temple.
Yes, Argonian, that is called kidnapping. Close call, close call.
Please tell me you have some good news.
I broke a statue. It looked very cinematic.
The gate guards have reported seeing strangers on the road for the past several nights. I cannot leave Cloud Ruler undefended while my men search the whole mountainside, but these spies must be eliminated.
Oh, so there's a bunch of spies in Bruma, huh? Well, I've known a bunch of people from Bruma. In a Skyrim mod, I'd kill all of them. The combat system in this game is second to none, as you can see. This is very... There's a lot of things happening right now. A lot of, interesting... I'm pressing a key.
One more coin, and I can get a pair of shoes.
Thank you, kind sir.
This right here, this will never get old. Excuse me, ma'am. Your skin looks radioactive.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
No, you can interest me in telling me how your skin looks radioactive.
May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
How much? Barlocks of hatred. Well, I can see why people hate it. One of my favorite things to do in this game is just dive in an Oblivion portal. For no reason. It's kinda like visiting a school after you graduated. Sure, it's hellish and disgusting, but it's also painful in a novel way, which you just can't find anywhere else.
But it is clear that Mankar Cameron will soon bring all his power to bear against Bruma. I will warn the Countess of the danger.
Yes, if only some genius didn't have the amazing idea of bringing the Emperor to an abandoned fort outside Bruma. Wouldn't that be a miracle?
In fact, Daedric artifacts are known to be formed from the essence of a Daedric lord, from whence they derive their great power. Not an easy thing to come by, obviously, but we will need a Daedric artifact. Bring it to me when you have acquired one.
Alright then, I guess I'm gonna have to become the champion of Azura. Hey dude, how do I become the champion of Azura?
These are dark times, and people's minds are poisoned by rumors and superstition. Unless you can persuade me of your good intentions, I cannot speak further on this matter.
Okay, I can play that game. Now you listen here. Have you any idea who you're talking to? I will have you know that I am the champion of Citadel, the hero of Kvatch, the leader of all major guilds in this province, and soon to be the new Sheogorath. I once even talked to Pelino Whitestrake, and he told me absolutely nothing about you. He didn't even mention you, but just through the eye contact we made, I am pretty sure that he wants me to let you know that I am better than you in every single way possible. So can I access the shrine, please?
Goodness, what can I say? If you wish to speak to the lady, visit her shrine at dawn or dusk. Leave her an offering of glow dust, and perhaps she will deign to speak with you.
Please, everyone, a moment of silence. The best banger in the entire history of this franchise is currently playing. Ariel's Ascension. Even after all these years, it's still majestic. How about this? Play Ariel's Ascension in any peaceful moment of your life. That moment immediately becomes 10 times better.
Let me die in peace.
It almost makes you forget that you're playing a game in which persuasion looks like this.
I don't know who you are, so I'm not sure that I can trust you with that sort of information.
Uh-huh, okay, you don't trust me. Well, what if I told you that you are very interesting and beautiful, and I think you have a very amazing personality that I would like to know more about? Your voice is very distinct, your eyes are very persuasive, and your hair is very pronounced. Also, I want you to remember that I am way better than you. So do you trust me now?
I guess it makes sense.
What this game also has plenty of that Skyrim kinda forgot about is roleplay text. For example, here when you level up your hand-to-hand, it doesn't just give you a new ability and tell you, oh, you are now better at hand-to-hand. It tells you something like this: galoshes cover your knuckles and joints from long hours of punching and kicking. Thank you, my grandmother has never been quite so obedient before. You know, I can really tell why Azura wanted these guys dead. They are clearly a huge problem to society and to Citadel as a whole. And they're just a bunch of loose vampires. You never know with this kind of stuff. They might just run loose. They might start their own colony and revolt. Thor, please tell me, why did you make this game?
For your service, take this token, that your deeds might be entered in the Book of Fate.
The second item is the counterpart to the first, the blood of a divine. This was a terrible puzzle to me. Unlike the Daedra Lords, the gods have no artifacts, and do not physically manifest themselves in our world. How then to obtain the blood of a god? But Joffrey solved it.
The armor is in the shrine of Tiber Septim, in the catacombs beneath the ruins of Sankator, a holy place once. But Sankator became evil long ago. No one has returned from the shrine of Tiber Septim for many lifetimes.
Okay then, riddle me this. How did Mark and Cameron get the blood of a divine?
I've just received word from the Countess of Bruma that an Oblivion gate has opened outside the city.
He says it's so happy. It's like he waited on me to finish my talk with Martin, just so he can rush in and tell me all about it, just like a child giddy with excitement.
We're ready when you are. Just say the word and we'll follow you into that hell-spawned gate.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, give me a minute to talk to the men. Everyone's a bit jumpy right now.
Yes, everyone in the Bruma Guard has gathered here, and they're all very jumpy and very afraid right now. All 5 of them. Here's a little pro move that I like to do. You see these fellas right here? They're clearly on the verge of death. But if I just wait here for an hour, poof, full health again. Which is convenient, because my damage looks kinda like this. Can you believe it? Maiden's Dagon is so evil that he keeps all his loot inside open human hearts. Huh. I guess when you put it like that, it sounds kinda romantic.
But the Bruma Guard cannot defend the city indefinitely. The Daedra of Oblivion are innumerable. The Guardsmen of Bruma are not. We need to gather what allies we can before Bruma is hopelessly besieged.
Joffrey, please. At this point, I'm convinced that you're the actual antagonist. Surely you can just move Martin out of Bruma. And now I shall display to you why picking the monk class as a hand-to-hand expert was an absolute fumble. This is the most belittled I have ever felt as a person who plays video games. The graphics of Oblivion are clearly a thing to be admired. Just admire all that. I always hated these things, they can only be killed with spells. I just like to walk over them and just touch, touch, touch. And then they just get really embarrassed and die. There are some moments where Oblivion throws a lot of lore at you at like a very small time period and you're just kind of taking it back. Here we have to go to San Krator to retrieve the armor of Tiber Septim, and the place is haunted by the Under King, who is a part of Talos along with Tiber Septim, and he cursed a bunch of blades just to spite at Hjalti for putting him inside the Mandela. Yeah? Talk about some real shit. You woke up today with a new sense of purpose. You are no longer afraid of failure. Failure is just an opportunity to learn something new. Okay, that is so true actually. Like the other day I fell down the pavement and cracked my skull on the road, and it was at that moment that I knew that I had learned something.
And by your offering, you have made the profane your interest mortal.
Hey Meridia, did anyone tell you that you sound a lot like Azura? Cause I think you do.
Life is a blessing, and death is not the end, but only when the spirit remains incorruptible.
All things speak with the voice of life, even the bones of the earth.
This game tries to make you take it seriously by throwing a bunch of inspirational quotes at you, but the facial animations are so outdated, I can't take these people seriously. On other news, the zombies in this game always creeped me out. I wish Skyrim had intimidating zombies like that. All we got were Draugrs. Who the fuck's gonna feel intimidated by a Draugr? Look at that, just look at that. That is the most combat anyone has ever combated. And I'ma take this, and I'm gonna see this guy, and I'm gonna say nah, and I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna never look back.
All citizens are welcome in the Imperial Palace, at least on the first two
Hail.
floors.
What is it now?
Have you ever done any shopping at Thorinir's store?
If you can get used to Thorinir, you can find some good deals there.
Good day.
Bye.
He purposefully went between them just to piss them off.
I'm in possession of two fine weapons. They're both heirlooms of the Indaris family, held in the castle for several generations. I'd take great pleasure in bestowing one of them upon you. Please, choose the Thornblade or the Staff of Indaris.
Now you listen here. Now you better tell me how the Staff of Indaris ended up in the hands of a Khajiit, or I'm gonna lose my temper. So remember the Siege of Kvatch? Well, yes, as it turns out, I kinda left that quest halfway done. And whilst all this was happening, they were still waiting on me in the chapel to finish the quest. I love RPG logic.
Here, take this. I have no use for it. I'm tired of fighting. It may serve you well in days to come.
Bro, did you just say come and then took your clothes off in front of me?
This war seemed hopeless to me. But what else was there to do but hold on and wait for a hero to arise to save us? And now it seems there is an heir to the throne after all, hidden at Cloud Ruler Temple. And perhaps a hero as well?
Yes, it's me. I'm the hero. It took me 30 minutes to kill 3 zombies, and I couldn't even kill a wolf. Yes.
Soldiers of Cyrodiil, the Empire will stand or fall by what we do here today. Will we let the Daedra do to Bruma what they did to Kvatch? Will we let them burn our homes? We will let them kill our families? No, we make our stand here today for the whole of Cyrodiil. We must
Look at him. Look at my boy go. He's got a bit of a hard time turning around, but I'd say otherwise he's doing pretty well. Look at it. Just look at that thing. This thing was made in 2006, people. Sometimes I keep forgetting that I'm actually playing a good franchise. Well, the repairing system certainly manages to prove to me why they had to scrap the repairing system. Oh my god. Cheeto. Look at them. Look at the sheer enthusiasm in their eyes.
Farewell, my friend. Our fate is in your hands. Bring back the Amulet of Kings. Brace yourself.
What kind of gravity falls looking at?
It is no dishonor for us to speak.
You sure about that? Your mouth says one thing, but your face says another.
The principalities have sparkled as gems in the black reaches of Oblivion since the first morning. Many are their names and the names of their masters. The cold harbor of Meridia, Periite's quagmire, the 10 moon shadows of Mythala, and Dawn's beauty, the princedom of Lorkon, misnamed Tamriel by deluded mortals. Yes, you understand now. Tamriel is just one more Daedric realm of Oblivion, long since lost to its prince when he was betrayed by those that served him. Lord Dagon cannot invade Tamriel, his birthright. He comes to liberate the occupied lands.
This might be a little bit of a controversial opinion, but I think that Mark and Cameron as a Elder Scrolls villain is probably only second to Dagothar. You see this? You see this stuff right here? This is the kind of stuff I have to do to kill mobs these days.
You did not expect to see me again, did you? You have no grasp of the power that my father has at his command.
Excuse me, who are you again?
You should not keep my father waiting any longer. He expected you hours ago.
Sorry about that, I was fisting a lizard, and not in the sensual kind of way.
I have waited a long time for you, champion of old Tamriel.
You breathe
You
the stale
air of false hope.
Lord
How
Dagon
little
shall
you
walk
understand.
Tamriel again.
You cannot
The world
stop,
shall
Lord
be
Dagon.
remade.
The new age shall rise from the ashes of the old. Duel with the Septims is over, and I have the mastery. My
The
vision
Emperor is dead.
shall be realized. Weakness will be purged from the world, and mortal see who at last has proved the stronger.
The fight didn't last nearly as long as his speech. The lizards from downstairs gave me a harder time.
I've known it was true since you first told me back in Kavach. But it is one thing to talk of becoming Emperor, and quite another to actually be the Emperor.
And quite another to kiss the Emperor. You know what I'm saying?
I do what I must do. I cannot stay to rebuild Tamriel. That task falls to others. Farewell. You've been a good friend in the short time that I've known you. But now I must go. The dragon waits.
And this is where we unfortunately have to say goodbye. For the next time Tamriel sees a Dragonborn, he will be a simp for a goth chick with daddy issues.
When the next Elder Scroll is written, you shall be its scribe. The shape of the future, the fate of the Empire. These things now belong to you.
Oh, Martin, thank you so much for this responsibility. Now, if you would excuse me, I'm gonna waste all of it away by listening to the one god that has a cheese fetish. Also, can someone just explain to me why the High Chancellor is just a piece of grey screen? Alright, real talk time. I tend to think of myself as one of those people that only play a video game once. I finished the story in ESO on only one character. I never had a second character for Skyrim, and in general, I can count the amount of story games or RPG games that I have played more than once in a single hand. That being said, this is my third character in Oblivion, which is funny because I first picked up the game in 2019, meaning I wasn't there for the original hype or the nostalgia. So what is it that makes Oblivion stand out more than a decade after it came out? To answer that question, I can only cite one word: endearing. The game is junky. It looks clunky. It plays funky. Bars. But it feels like there's real soul to it. The quests are well thought out. The actual characters, all three of them, are done really well. The world doesn't feel alive. It feels unique. I can safely say that I would rather spend my time in Oblivion than any other game made by Ubisoft in the last 5 years. It is a absolutely fever dream of a world, and it's sad to say, but it feels like Bethesda has kinda lost this aspect of their games. Even looking at Starfield, it seems like Bethesda really regressed on the topic of creativity. And in the year 2024, I can still safely say that it has some of the best plotlines in any Elder Scrolls game. So that's what I had to say about Oblivion. This, however, does not undo the fact that the Horse Armor DLC was a mistake. Bye. Martin, you're an emperor.
I don't give a fuck, you fat, hairy bastard! I'm not a fucking wizard!